Test, test. Testing, 1 2 1 2. Yeah, guys, I'm just doing this quick test on here to see if this is working well. Let's see here. Just getting ready for the 5 o'clock, weekend hangout that we typically have on my other channel, not this one here. So it'll be on Mars Anomalies. So we're just kind of testing this thing out, making sure she's all right. Let me see here. All right, showing here. All right. There's a couple of you guys in there, huh? Yeah, I'm just checking this out. Like I said, let me check the audio here. Make sure it's working good. Let me see what we got here. You can see it. All right. Alrighty then. Audio sound okay to you guys? Yeah, I'm just checking this out. Make sure it's working good. Alrighty then. Audio sound okay to you guys? It's at 50. We are good. Alrighty then. Yep. All right. What's going on there, Photography Light Magic? Remote viewer, Clerks 93. I know a lot of you guys were over at what's his name there? Aliens live feed there. Call them aliens, right? Make sure this is doing well here. Yeah, Noodles, I'm just testing this. I'm using the OBS software instead of just going strictly live. So now that when we do a live feed, I can actually show you instead of just talking about it, as you can see. Before it was just me and my mug on there. So now you can actually see, different things. And you can see right here. Just uploaded a new video. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Of course, it's testing right now, but you can see right there 25 minutes ago. I just tested this. Well, not tested. I'm testing it now. But just published this video here about 25 minutes ago. As you can see. So that's what we're doing. Oh, Elaine Walls, don't worry about that. You won't flunk, I promise. Pop quiz, guys. Yeah, I'm just, like I said, I'm just getting ready for tonight's feed will be on Mars Anomalies and beyond. But I just wanted to test this here first on the lunar anomalies. And like I said, we can actually bring up things we wanted to talk about, whether it be a video or whatever, right? So, first time I'm using the OBS software to do the live feed as opposed to just directly straight through YouTube. And like I said, all you see is just my face. Now you can actually see the face and what we want to talk about. So, I know you guys wanted to talk about that and say, oh, yeah, is there any way you can do like a, like a pan together? We can look it over, right? So on and so forth. So, yeah, we'll be checking that out too. Chris Doors, I'm doing fine. I hope you're doing well as well. Pete Ferrero's in there. Oh, you guys are all jumping in on there. No, Eric, we're just I'm just doing a test here. You can see at the bottom here on the screen it says test. Again, I'm using I'm using my normal recording software to actually go live. So when we do go live, if you guys want to discuss a certain thing, we can do that. And instead of giving you guys the link, you guys can actually see what I'm seeing, as you can see right here on the screen. We can look at anything we want and talk about, or just flat out conversations that you guys want to have, which is good. So. Let me see here. It's fun having 2 computers and 3 monitors. It's like, what? Well, that's good there, Chris. Glad to hear that. Josh D's in there. What's going on? Noodles, yeah, it's at we're at what, another hour. We'll be live there on the Mars Anomalies page, not this one here. But we will actually be doing, we may be talking about the video I just posted on Lunar Anomalies and Beyond. We're going to talk about that or whatever we want to talk about. Different topics, whatever. This just makes it easier instead of saying, hey, guys, here's the link. So in the future, I'm just this is just a test run on this, and it seems to be working okay. And that's what I want to do. So this way, if we want to talk about more stuff, we can do that, right? Instead of saying, guys, here's the link, we can actually look at it and go over it and stuff like that. So it's a little more interesting, right? Clerks 93, he said, like Star Force. Believe it or not, I just checked that out today. Yeah. And it's interesting the way those things are designed, right? It's pretty cool the way they are. And I don't know, I just looked at a page briefly. I was in and out, work today, of course. So I had to do a couple things, but I saw the way the Star Forts were built. Those are pretty neat, I got to admit. Definitely designed really good. I mean, it's not like, it's not like some half-ass thing built. It's actually pretty sweet looking. And there's more than one, of course, right? So I found it interesting. Josh D says, yeah, it works fine, Chris. Well, that's good. Yes, it is Kyle's birthday. He put that on earlier. I said, happy birthday to me. So yeah, happy birthday to you, Kyle. I hope you're doing good. Let's see. What is this thing in anyway? Is it on? Yeah, just make sure that you guys hit the settings on the bottom of the screen, because believe it or not, I was just looking at it. I'm going, man, that's horrible. I'm looking at the picture itself, and it was at 320. I said, oh, okay. So I hit that little star. It looks like a little gear wheel on the bottom of the screen. I hit the settings, and of course I went up to 720, because right now it wouldn't be in 1080 because it's not finalized and basically processed through YouTube, so therefore it's not going to be at 1080. But you can do it and you can view it in 720. So just keep that in mind. Yeah. Let me see. But is there anything you guys want to see, at tonight's, hangout? Just let me know real quickly. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump off this, maybe have a little dinner, and get ready for tonight's show, which is less than an hour away. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys want to talk about or say, right? No problem there, Kyle. Top 5 channel suggestions. Oh, so you're saying as far as, are you talking about anomalous noodles or any of that sort? Is that what you're saying? me see here. That's a little better. Man, having a pizza, Kyle. I hope it's good. I hope it's like the works, man. The Supreme kind of thing going on there, right? Good advice there, Kyle, by the way. You said, guys, wash your phones, remotes, and doorknobs and stuff. Yeah, pretty much anything you lay your hands on. You definitely. I mean, I'm using so much of this hand sanitizer. One of my hands haven't completely dried out because of the alcohol, you know. Glenn Judd says, "Hey, Chris, just discussed mainly Mars. Good to see you still healthy." Oh yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, I think we've already had that virus because I think that's crap. You know, they're saying that you know, I mean, if you look back now and listen to the professionals, they're saying, "Oh, this thing's been here since November and December." Why do you think you got the COVID-19, right? Because it's from 19. Not what do you call it there? What is that? Oh. 2019 as opposed to this year, right? So yeah, it's been around, and I'm almost positive it's already swept through the United States. The only difference is a lot of people probably thought it was a severe cold and just got over it, and that was the end of it. And this is the reason why. Well, they say you can get it again, but you know how that goes, right? Yeah. I guess it's called, what is that called? How do you say your name? It's YVES. Was it VES? One? Did you ever get feedback from anyone at NASA? I don't know how many people have actually, you know, sent in or asked NASA questions and they just kind of blow them off and just think, oh, it's all, you know, pareidolia and all this other crap. And yeah. Well, Noodles, that's basically the top five, the top of the or two of the five rather, because you're talking about Alien Hunter and John Ward. You know, I like Jimmy's work. You know, anybody who's really doing this kind of work is really interesting. I really don't watch well, I was going to say I don't really watch too many other people because I don't really have the time, first of all. But the people that I find interesting that do that kind of work is, you know, really good. Is like you said, you know, like we're talking about Jimmy, you know, Alien Hunter, John Ward, and it's like I barely get any time. But other videos I watch is just totally off topic. It's not even the same thing. But I like to go through the sites like Space News and everything else, see what's on there, basically do some searching and stuff like that, you know. No, I can't say that I have, Eric. You said, do you ever hook up with anyone from your live streams? Not really. Because like I said, I mean, between the work and then doing this stuff, you know, it's really hard to do anything else. Excuse me. Now, I do go out and do things, of course, with the family and everything else. But as far as, you know, anything else, as far as going out, now I have gone to the Mars conference in Alabama, got together with a bunch of guys and ladies, of course. And, you know, it was really cool to do that. And but as of lately, no, not a whole lot. Well, you know, the thing is, you know, as far as this COVID thing, I'm almost positive I had it at one point at the beginning of the year. Felt feverish, had to cough, all that mess, and you know, I'm not saying that it should be something that should be dismissed easily, but I think people are getting a little out of hand with it. But you know how that goes. It's the same thing. It's just a modified SARS. virus and regular flu and all this other crap. Now, is it could be worse and more contagious? Yeah. But to panic about it to the point where you're out of your mind about it, now, what you just need to do is just follow the advice of the government, you know what I mean, or your local governors, whatever, your local officials, and just stay in the house. What I find amusing is that these people are like, I've seen this, I don't know about you guys, because just you guys are all over the world too. But what I find interesting is that people go, oh, I'm getting tired of being locked up in the house. Are you kidding me? Give me 2 to 3 weeks out of my job. I'm good. I wouldn't, and being in lockdown, it wouldn't even bother me. I got things to do here in my house. I don't care. I don't care if it's just loafing around and doing absolutely nothing to hit the other room, hit the exercise room, get some cardio in, do some things, watch a movie, whatever. It wouldn't hurt my feelings in the least bit. Just sit home. Oh, let's see. Well, I appreciate it, Kyle. You said you're the best. I love your channel. Much more straightforward. Yeah, I don't believe in fluffing it and everything else and all that other garbage, right? And I do my best to, if I hear anything like when all that crap was going on in 2012 and all that crap. Oh, people are panicking and all that. The end of the world. I don't even believe in any of that crap. But I just believe in, believe it or not, you guys that actually, if you guys were here in person, I'm the same person I am when I'm on here. I'm no different. I don't try to sugarcoat shit. I don't, I just tell it like it is. Now, most people, we also have a like-minded audience like yourselves, and you guys are all individual. I don't treat you like, oh, well, they're just people, just my subs and that's it. No, we're all people here, right? So we share the same kind of thing that's going on in our lives right now. Everybody pretty much works, unless, of course, you're out of work at the moment. So, yeah, the way I look at it is this, I'm no different, when I'm off this thing and when I'm on it. I just believe in being honest with people and just shoot straight from the hip. Some people, like to fluff their videos and like to do all kinds of crazy things, which is nothing wrong with that, as far as like having, these cool intros and all that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'd like to change mine periodically just to change it up. But, I don't have to. Because it's the content that's in the video that makes, all the difference, right? So. No, Joe, I don't. You said Joe Evers. Chris, do you wear gloves and mask when you go outside of work? No, I'll tell you what I do. And I've been doing this for a while. And this is long before the virus and everything else. First of all, if you guys have been listening, vitamin C, actually, they're using high, amounts of vitamin C intravenously as well as just oral, right? And it's been killing the coronavirus. That's what China's using. And I've been using that long before just to support my immune system. So when I felt it coming on, and like I said, I got it in the beginning of the year, right? I'm almost positive I did. Whether I didn't, it's really not a big deal. But in other words, when I had it, I was already taking this, and what I do is I take like 1,000 milligrams in the morning, 1,000 milligrams at night, and fight it that way, and constantly wiping the hands, don't touch my face and everything else, and you're pretty much in public. And when you have to unload trucks, picture wearing these latex gloves. They tear so easy. So when I'm done handling it, I'm just constantly washing, again, not putting my hands on my face or any of that sort. Just being cautious, but not being like overly cautious. Just watch what you do, and that's it. Follow the directions by your local officials, and there you go, right? But it makes it really difficult. They said, they're going to give us a mask type thing. Well, because we may be out in the aisles and stuff like that, and working with the public and stuff, but we're not actually side by side with them, right? So they're saying, oh, we're going to give you these big shields. Oh, please, I don't need that crap. It's not like I'm dealing with people face to face and talking with them, so I don't need to do that. But at some point, I'll guarantee you a lot of you guys probably in the beginning of the year probably had this and didn't even know it. They didn't even know what it was until they tested it. So what is this thing? And then they found out what it was. So I guarantee anybody who's lived in the States and other places probably already had it before you knew it. This is the reason why I bet a lot of you guys have been out in public and everything. So, man, I haven't caught it. What's going on here? Well, there's a reason for it, because you probably already had the damn thing thinking it was a bad cold, and oh my God, and you fought it with whatever, NyQuil at night and Dayquil or whatever, and did your best to stay healthy and get through it, and then it just went through your body, and that was the end of it. Well, now, you know what I mean? It's like, now you're walking around, you go, no, I'm not catching it. Why are these other people catching it? Because you've probably already been through it. So, you know what I mean? It's, yeah. Yeah, we got all kinds of people in here. Lucky Mo, Nigel's in here. Steve Lee, we got oh yeah, everybody's up in there today. I am Merkin, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a while. He said some people back in December, January had a slight cough for a month or so. Exactly. I had it for about 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks. And yeah, it's a pain in the rear end, but you get through it, right? And you know what? A lot of people ask me, they go, so what do you do, man? Have you been hiding in the house? I said, well, first of all, I'm an essential, so I have to be out. But I said, I'll tell you what I've done. Up my vitamin C and work out. Jog, run, do things. And you'll find that you're going to keep your lungs functioning and everything else. And if it gets to the point where they say, well, what is it? Cough, high fever, and what was the other one? Oh, what do you call it? Yeah, anything like, if you're having problem breathing and stuff, a shorter breath and stuff like that. And that's pretty much it. So, but if you keep yourself active and stuff like that, then there's a less chance of it. I'm not saying you can't catch it. I'm just saying that a lot less chance of it. Keep yourself going. I said, I'm not going to stop just because I got a cold. I'm going to keep going at it, right? Hey, Jean Ward, what's going on? Well, I'm glad to see you in there. Hope you're doing well and staying in the house and trying to hibernate, so to speak. Katie Melton says really bad headache. Yeah, well, I don't know if that was part of it, but I mean, I'm sure if you got a lot of sinuses, because it's that type of year. Everybody's got all kinds of sinus problems because of pollen and crap in the air. You get hay fever and all that other mess. So that may be something that, because I had the same thing. I was like, man, my eyes are starting to puff up and get watery and stuff like that. I'm like, oh man, allergies. You got to be kidding. So, and you can get a lot of headaches from that. Alien Tenno, what's going on? No, at the moment I'm just doing a testing, and then of course everybody jumped in, which is cool. But no, I'm just testing this out because now, as you can see, I'm live. But now I can show you guys the pages. I decided to use my software that I normally record my videos with to actually go live. So now I can show you if we want to talk about a certain topic, I can bring it up and we can all look at it or whatever. Maybe a pan we can look at, or just discuss just certain things. It doesn't have to be anything on the screen, right? So we decided to, I figured I'd try it out, just see if it works, and there's no problem to set it up. So there you are, right? We'll be back, in fact, at 5 o'clock we'll be on Mars Anomalies and Beyond. We'll be on that, my other channel, not this one. I just figured I'd jump on here as I was uploading my other video to, I said, well, let's just go ahead and test it here while I'm here, right? I am Merkin says, yeah, try to get in and catch your live streams, but this thing been going around. Oh yeah, don't take it lightly. Take it serious. It's not a joke. We had, and I think I even said this, we had an idiot here who was literally going around. He was a younger kid. He was probably about 20, 25 years old. And he was like, yeah, I can't. I had that attitude like he couldn't catch it. He's over there licking the handles of the shopping carts, toilet seats, and everything else. I go, what is wrong with people? And of course, guess what? He ended up catching it. I said, well, ask and you shall receive. I think it's ignorant and it's, reckless to do something like that. And there you go, right? Yeah. John Wall says indoors, day in and day out. When will this end? Whoop, wrong mouse here. I miss going out to my favorite Italian restaurant for a cappuccino. Well, I mean, Jean Ward, like I said, I was just saying this earlier. I said, you know what? If they told me I had to stay in and lock down, it wouldn't hurt my feelings the least bit. I'd be like, yes. I mean, I've been so busy since this has started. Somebody had asked me what I do for a living, but basically I work in a large grocery store chain, basically stock crew, order the stuff for the whole store, unload the trucks, and then go ahead and stock them on the shelves. So we're basically on the front line, like a lot of essential people. And, it's been absolutely insane since this has started. I'm even lucky to get videos out, but I do. I said, by God, I'm going to get them out anyway because I enjoy it. It's like a downtime for me, right? So I enjoy doing that, and so I try to still knock out a couple if I can, even with all this going on, which is pretty much total madness, right? Yeah, photography like that. Yeah, guys just they're just parading around because you remember when they first started off, they said most of the elderly would get it, right? Or they were more prone to have problems or even, die from it, right? So these guys were running around like, we can't catch this. What's this attitude like they were just, I don't know. I just don't understand it. There was also a young couple who was doing the same thing. In fact, they were making fun of people that were in a local Walmart. And they were like, making fun of people that had masks on. It's like, this isn't a joke, man. Now they're finding out that babies are getting it. I think a few have died. Younger kids are getting it. It's no joke. Now they're finding out, oh, well, maybe this is a little more serious than we thought. Yeah, it's not a joke, man. If they tell you to stay in the house, if they told me tomorrow you're going to be in the house for 3 weeks, yes. Don't threaten me with a good time, man. This is awesome. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'll be chilling and just kick my feet back, be knocking out a bunch of videos. Wouldn't hurt my feelings in the least bit, right? So, yeah. Yeah, H also 1AV, yeah, exactly. I mean, any Kroger's, anything like that, man, you're just hard at it, you know what I mean? You just get it and go. And now, don't get me wrong, you do have downtime when you don't have a truck come in or whatever, but you're still all over the shelves, you still got to make sure everything's right, of course, helping people out, so on and so forth, so yeah. It does do you hard good, though, because, you have people saying, well, I appreciate what you're doing, thank you for your work and helping get the stuff on the shelves, because, obviously, you go to the store, you want to see something there. So we do our best to get everything out and order everything we can. Of course, we are at the mercy of the warehouses because if the manufacturers who make the canned foods and all this other stuff have a problem sending it to the warehouse, guess what happens? You, the end person, doesn't get what you want. And then they'll ask us, hey, you're going to get this, you're going to get that. We're trying. We're ordering the hell out of it, just not getting it. So we're at the mercy of the warehouses, and, of course, they're at the mercy of the actual manufacturers. So it's just now it seems to be letting up a little bit where we're actually been able to get ahead of the curve a little bit. So now we're kind of restocking the whole store. So it's helping out. So that's why I tell people, don't panic about the whole thing. I mean, take it serious, but don't panic, right? Philip Wellington, he said, Chris, are you going to try and look at the comment that is coming by you? Might had already said. I forget what is that one coming by anyway? I remember hearing about it, just not sure. Again, with so much going on, it's like hard for me to think at times. But yeah. Oh yeah, John Wood. It's the same way here, man. It's absolutely insane. We had to actually tell people, like scold them like children. Please do not go in there with your shopping cart and get 45, packages of toilet paper. Other people might need some. So we had to put on there just limit to and everything else. We'd hope that people, would just say, well, there's other people besides me on the planet. Maybe I should just take what I need and not what I want. There's a big difference. And for some reason, people just go buck wild in there and they're just buying all kinds of crazy stuff. I go, listen, you can buy it. It's your dollar bill. But, when it comes right down to it, I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but, anybody, I think it was the little stimulus package they're thinking about handing out was that, anybody who has direct deposit will get it within, I think it's like the 13th or the 11th of this month. And people who do not I'm going to have to wait months later. So what happens to the people who are out of work that are not getting paid by their companies? Then what? That's the crazy part. People are going to start going stupid. I mean, basically, they're going to panic, and they're going to start doing crazy things. Now, I'm set up where I said, I didn't do any kind of spending extra, and I just said, I knew this is coming. Just keep the money in the bank. If we need it, we can have something to fall back on. Kind of like what they call a little nest egg, So at least you won't be like totally dead in the water. You can still pay your bills. And, a lot of people, I hear people like these weird stories going on where people are like, oh, no, I haven't, I'm not paying my bills because, they won't shut my stuff off. You do realize the bills are going to be there after this is all blown over, right? Treat it like every day like you normally would. Act like the virus is not here. You still have to live. You still have to pay your bills. And I just found that amusing. I'm just going, what are these people thinking? But, hey, you know what I mean? Do what you got to do. That's the way I look at it. If you think you can get away with it, then go for it. But I don't think I'd be doing that. Yeah, William Johnson. Yeah, the irony is, you said the irony is my allergies are kicking up right now, so I'm always feeling congested and runny. It's a drag. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I had the allergies because it's that time of season. You know that it just outbreaks like mad. And next thing you know, you're like sniffling a lot, and wow, you might get a cough in there because you get an itchy throat. And the first thing people look at you is like, they look at you like, yeah. I mean, I've even joked around with it, and I probably shouldn't, but I might cough and corona. You know what I mean? And of course, I'm not doing it in front of the public because they probably think, oh, he's got it, run. So yeah, I don't do that. That wouldn't be right. You don't need to make people that are already panicking even more panicky. But like you said, Jean, as well, you said the 80% empty. But yeah, we've been actually starting to rebound a little bit as far as getting stuff from the warehouse. So we're happy about that because it helps everybody else. But now that people's blown their wallet on, $1,000 worth of shopping, I don't know how they're going to do that if they're not getting paid while they're staying home. So that's why you got to have that balance, right? Get the food you need. Like I told my coworker, I said, listen, because he orders as well, and I said, I'm not ordering Twinkies. I'm not ordering garbage food. I'm ordering stuff that people need to feed their families with. So in other words, if you have to have a priority, then yes, do that. But what are people more apt to get? They're going to be, ramen noodle type things, peanut butter, like Jean said, things that it won't go bad in the event that, it's in there, or if the power should go out. You're not going to lose everything, right? So something you can make in a pinch, feed your family. I don't know about you guys, but the last time I checked, I don't feed my whole family with Twinkies and garbage. So I said, let's go for the stuff that's a higher priority so that we can get, the stuff that people are going to want to buy. So that was my thinking, and he agreed. He said, I can go down because we get like the junk food area, cookies and trash and, Hostess Twinkies and all this kind of stuff. It's like, we don't even bother with it. We'll get that filled later. That's the way we look at it. Ian Wentworth says, thank you for your dedication to your fans, Chris, with the videos and hangouts with all that going on. Really appreciate it. Well, I know. I mean, I'm the same way, guys. I mean, I come home and I'm just like, man, I'm tired of hearing the crap, to be honest with you. Now, I want to know what's going on in my local area, but to a certain degree, you know what I mean? So, you listen to what they're telling you, and then I just shut the TV off. I barely even watch any TV. I think most of it's garbage, unless you want to watch a video, like a movie, then that's cool. That works. Other than that, yeah, I don't... it's just negative all the time, at least 90% of the time, so I don't bother. So I'd just rather come here and make the videos. And, I feel your pain as well, guys. It's sitting home, and so it kind of helps to hang out and have a good time and talk and stuff like that. So I enjoy doing that as well, Raphael, what's going on? You said hi. Yeah, pretty much, Ian. You said this is a pre-hangout hangout. Yep. I have, Jean. You said, Chris, have you seen my latest video about Osiris Rex? Yeah, I had done a video about that too, about Banu and stuff like that. So, in comparison to the other comments and stuff, yeah, very good video, by the way. The way you did it with the details and everything else really came out good, top notch on that for you. Yeah, I mean, if you look at it too, and I'm trying to remember what the other one is. Maybe you guys can help me out. I had done a video about it, and again, I'm drawing a blank on it right now, but we had a video that I had done that it's the same shape as Banu. It's crazy. It's like, why are they going after these specific, asteroids or comets or whatever it may be? Like they want to like send a craft to it, or they want to orbit it, or whatever, and it just happened to be those particular, that asteroid. There's two of them. They're almost identical. They got that diamond shaped kind of weird shape to them, right? What's with those things? Or is it something they've already checked out, meaning through radar imaging? Maybe they've seen something on that rock that doesn't quite jive with something natural, right? So this is the reason why this going out of their minds to, and spending, millions of dollars to build these crafts and just go out into space. It just simply makes no sense, right? So, yeah. Well, it is 4:30, guys. I'm going to actually get something to eat, and then I'm going to, I'll be, you guys can join me over in the Mars Anomaly channel and beyond, and we'll kick off the live feed at 5 o'clock, right? So anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off this thing. I will catch you guys in roughly about a half hour. So see you guys there, right?